I just like spit on my lens. I think I spit on my lens. I can't tell.
Look at boob sweat. What's up, guys? It's Trevor the Reticle, and I've tried to record this video 3 times. And if you've been a subscriber to me long enough, you know that I always like to inform you how many times I've tried to film a video to get the dang thing filmed and at least sounding somewhat rational. The reason why the title of this video is what it is because something happened to me yesterday that I wanted to share with you, and it brought up a couple conversations that I've had in the past, and I thought I would share with you guys as well. The first part of this story is going to be the long one, and it will go into why this video is what it is. So we're in Portland right now, Portland, Oregon. My wife has some meetings. She does this every 3 or 4 months. And I usually tag along because then I come over to Portland to like drum up work and like find some things. And we're here. I dropped Sarah off around noon. We like head over the mountain at about 8 a.m. yesterday and get to the offices by about noon. And then what I normally do is I go out in town and kind of do my thing. And then I go to the hotel and check in at about 3 o'clock. That way when Sarah gets done with her meetings, which go from 12 to 8 o'clock, if not a little bit later in the evening, she just comes right over with like another cohort or co-person, and she just comes over and doesn't have to deal with check-in and stuff. So I like go do my stuff, and then it hits about 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I can go check in. So I head over to, this is like the Tualatin area of Portland. It's a really nice area. Like, actually, I don't really care for Portland at all, but this part of Portland I don't mind because it's a little bit spacious, and you can tell that it's pretty quiet even in the middle of the day. So I show up, I pull into the parking lot. The parking lot is pretty darn empty. People leave, they check out about 11 to 12, and then the hotel's pretty empty. Like, people aren't just staying here all day. So the parking lot's fairly empty, and I'm getting ready to go in to check in. I pull in, hit the button, because our car has a button to start it. Hit the button to turn the engine off. I'm checking my phone. I'm literally not even parked for 60 seconds. And this car comes up next to me. I'm just thinking it's like another guest getting ready to check in because it's at 3. And I'm sitting there looking at my phone. I'm kind of I was like going to wait for them to finish what they're doing. So when I get out of my car, I don't have to like play like car door checkers with them. All of a sudden I have this guy yelling through his open window through to my closed window. And I'm like, I look up and it's like one of those pearl pink, like 2005 Chevy Trailblazers, and the dashes looks like shit. And this guy's like yelling through the window, and there's like a lady in the driver's seat smoking a cigarette. And that's what I notice. And he's like, he doesn't even ask me anything, doesn't introduce himself or nothing. He just goes, the minute my window is down, he's like, oh, hey man, I was down in Medford doing construction and I ended up getting hurt. And so now I'm wheelchair bound. And he's like, this guy's like probably in his 50s. He's an older guy. He didn't look like unhealthy or anything, but you could tell that he's like lived life. He's like, oh, I'm wheelchair bound, and we're up here trying to get to Spokane. And so like Medford is down south by several hours. It's like close to the border of Oregon, the southern border of Oregon, California. And so he's all the way up here like by several hours. And so he's like, yeah, we're trying to get to Spokane where my sister is. And Spokane is several hundred miles to the northeast of Portland in Washington. And then tells me, he's like, oh yeah, and my car is in Eugene, which is now down south by 2 or 3 hours, which is in between Medford and Portland. And my car's down there, broke down, and I don't got any money to fix it or anything. And I'm like looking at him. And he pauses, and you could tell that he was like, I don't know. This is just, I mean, this might make me a bad person. You could tell that he was like, because I just kind of gave him like, I was like processing. I'm like, serious? Like, what? And he's like, oh, and then I got 2 kids in the back that haven't eaten all day today. And so, like, if you got any money, that'd be like really cool. And like, I mean, just anything would help. I'm like, I'm not thrilled by this. I'm a little irritated. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, ah. So, like, I do what society would deem the right thing. Is I'm like, dude, I got $5. And he's like, oh, yeah, that'd be anything would be great. We'll just buy these kids some burgers and stuff from McDonald's. And I was like, ah. And so I reach into my pocket, and I'm thinking about these kids. I can't see them in the back seat of this rig because it's got, like, factory tinted windows, and it's taller than my car. So, and I can't really see them, and I'm not going to sit there and, like, I don't know. Maybe I should have been a little bit more investigative or whatever. But So I reach in my pocket, I pull out the money that I have, and I had 2 5s. I had $10, and literally it's the last $10 that I have to my name right now, other than like bills are paid, things are like that, but like my spending money, my splurging money, it's all I got till I work next month or scrounge up some random work, soon. And so I give them the $10 and they're like, oh man, thanks. And the lady in the seat very meekly is like, I'm really sorry to bug you. Thank you so much. And then boom, they were gone. So now I'm sitting there. I'm like aggravated. Does this make me a bad person because I'm aggravated? I'm sitting there. I'm aggravated. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I did the right thing. I mean, like, we have been taught as children that if you need help, you ask for help. So like, I'm not going to sit there and say no to somebody that's asking for help. Now, I don't know if that's like how society has like kind of broke us down or what, because on the other side, I'm thinking that I got taken advantage of. And I just gave. It wasn't like I had like $200 in the bank account and I'm like, $10 ain't gonna hurt me. I literally gave them the last $10 I got until I work. I'm extremely frustrated by that. So I mean, I don't know. Do you think I'm a bad person? And that's kind of like where we come to this end of the video is, I was talking to some people a while ago and they were just basically asking me about why I don't do like crowdfunding or Patreon or anything like that, or do the YouTube subscription service and like be able to, get subscribers to donate money or like give me money for me to give them special things. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you see the relevance in this or not, but it's just I think it's funny. Is like, I was like, I could do that. I could totally ask. I could ask people on YouTube to give me money to make YouTube videos. But when I started making YouTube videos, I had no idea you could even get money. I started making YouTube videos because I wanted to be creative. I wanted to create something and have people be involved with me with what I create. I mean, it is a little bit of a narcissistic thing because I feel that I am creative and I like to create something that's engaging and engages people to want to engage with me. And that's like what I need. Like, people can create stuff all day long and love it. They don't have to share it with other people and they don't have to feel engagement with other people, but I do. And that's why I really appreciate all of you and the people that have been involved with me on YouTube for as long as they have, and all the new people that have been involved with me on YouTube. I had a person comment on a video yesterday, an older video that I did a long time ago, and it's about how to get a gas block off of a Smith & Wesson Sport, AR-15 Sport, and how I got it off because it ended up being a real bear. And this person said, hey, I just want to thank you, and I want you to know that this video is still helping people today. That was like a really rewarding moment to me. Like, yes, it's not the best video. I would totally refilm it if I could, because there's some things about it that I don't really care for. And if you're interested in seeing that video, I'll put it in the card up here just so you can laugh at me. That's why I like YouTube. It's not that I want to make money at it, and I don't mind investing my own money and my own time, my energy in making things on YouTube to be engaged with the YouTube community, because I mean, even for how kind of grumpy and mean and nasty people on YouTube can be, because I definitely feel like people have a lot bigger cojones to talk trash on YouTube than they do in like real life, and that can be kind of hurtful and a little bit draining at times, but I still end up wanting to make stuff. I don't think I would ever want to do a Patreon or anything like that. I mean, that may change, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think I would want to do that. Like video sponsorships, I have had a couple video sponsorships, not money-wise, but product-wise. And like SHOT Show, I was able to go to SHOT Show because of YouTube. I was able to get my actual press information and go to SHOT Show a day before it opened to the public. So I got to be there for basically, I think how it works is it 6 days and it's 5 days for the public, or maybe it's 5 days and 4 days of the public. I can't remember. Or whatever, but I digress. So I got to go to SHOT Show, and that's a huge achievement. I would have never been able to do that without YouTube and without the people that have helped me become who I am on YouTube. That would be you. And so, like, realistically, like, if anybody owes anything, it would be me owing you guys and ladies on YouTube, people, you folks. I I owe you a great deal of gratitude. And if there's anything I can do to ever help anyone, then you just hit me up. You can email me. My email's on my About Me of my YouTube channel. And you comment down below. I read my comments every day, even though sometimes I want to curl up in a corner and cry because there's some mean ones in there. But other than that, you guys take care, be safe, and I will catch you later.